Hi, I'm Michael Cohn from Advanced Tubular Technologies. In this video, I'm going to show you how to turn on and use the diameter cut plane for a part like this that turns back on itself. And part of the problem we have in a part like this is we have the laser line that strikes this straight and this straight and this straight simultaneously. So when we're scanning, we only want the straight we're pointing at. So for example, if we want to get this straight alone, then we want to position the scanner like this. If we want to get this straight alone, then we want to make sure that we position the scanner down here to get to this straight first. If we want this one, then we want to position it over here. The diameter cut plane allows us to do that by cutting off the tails of the laser. And in this case, what I'm going to do to prove this concept to you and to show you how to test for it is I'm going to set the diameter cut plane to 0.375 inches or 3/8 of an inch, the diameter of this part. And then I'm going to turn that on and off during point cloud scanning. And you're going to see the result. And it also shows you, of course, how to practice with the diameter cut plane so that when you go to measure the tube, you know how to use it in order to measure the tube effectively for scanning positioning. So let's get started. First, I'm going to clear the project. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the diameter cut plane. I'm going to turn the diameter cut plane on, and I know that this part is a 3/8 inch part. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to inches and type in the diameter. And then I'm going to turn on this feature right here. The diameter cut plane is active during point cloud scanning. This is a new feature as of build 1190. So it's important that you have that build in order to do what I'm doing here. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off, go into measure process, and I'm going to go to point cloud scanning and scan a new point cloud. Now you can see here I also have the control right here. It says use diameter cut plane in the scan. This is a new switch that I put into the user interface here to allow you to turn on or off the cut plane when you're doing point cloud scanning. Right now the diameter cut plane is on, but first I'm going to turn it off, and then I'm going to go ahead and scan this straight right here. So I'm concentrating on this straight, and I'm going to scan it and let it off. Now what you're going to see on the screen here is at least two straights. Sometimes we'll see the third straight back here, but we'll see these two straights. And let me just go ahead and turn the points active, press F2, and I'll go ahead and put it in orbit mode and just orbit around. You can see the problem now. If we were to scan a tube when we're doing regular tube scanning, in this case with the diameter cut plane off, we're probably going to be hitting two straights at the same time, and that's just not going to work because VTube doesn't know which straight you mean to capture. And so diameter cut plane overcomes this problem. So let's go ahead and try this again. And this time, I'm going to go ahead and delete the last bucket, I call it. Press F2, all of those points are now gone. And we're going to go ahead and scan with the diameter cut plane active now. And you can see at the bottom of the navigation pane right here that the diameter cut plane is currently 0.375 inches. So let's try that again. Here we go. All right, so now you can see that because the diameter cut plane is on, VTube has removed the bottom straight. Let me go ahead and turn all those points active, and we're going to make sure that we're in orbit mode and kind of orbit around here. So the laser was returning the data for both of these straights simultaneously to VTube-LASER. But VTube-LASER, because of the diameter cut plane, it was removing the tails of the laser using the diameter cut plane. And then it was returning the straight that it saw first. Now, if I change the angle of the scanner and do this again, we're going to get another straight, for example. So let's try this again. I'm going to go ahead and change the color of this point cloud bucket. Let's make it blue. And then let's go ahead and refresh the graphics. Now let's go ahead and scan in the second point cloud, but this time I'm going to make sure with the diameter cut plane active, I'm going to aim at another straight. The first straight the scanner is coming to is this straight, not that straight. So the trick is you have to be sure that you're scanning in such a way that you're going to actually see the other straight. And I want to turn these active and refresh, and look what I've done. So I know that the laser was striking this straight and parts of that straight simultaneously when I was scanning from over here. But because the diameter cut plane was on, it saw that this was the first straight that the scanner came to. In other words, it's the closest to the scanner itself versus this straight or that straight, and it cut all of the tails out. So all of this got cut out, and all of this got cut out, of course, because we had the cut plane turned on. So that's how diameter cut plane works in VTube-LASER, and I recommend that you experiment with it using the point cloud scanning in version 4 build 1190 as of February 6, 2023. Please feel free to email me at support@advancedtubular.com if you have any questions. Thanks. Bye then.